Hello everybody out there in the bookverse, it's Stephanie, and today I'm going to be handing out my 2019 book awards. So this video is not going to be my favorite books of 2019. I believe that video is going to come out before I post this one, but if not, it'll be sometime a little bit later. These awards are based on yearbook superlatives, and it'll make more sense as I go along. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you want to see more from me, definitely subscribe down below and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when I post new videos. But let's get into these awards because I had a lot of fun deciding on these, and there are some great books in this stack along with ones that I didn't love that much too, and they still won awards. So yeah, let's get into that. The first award is Cutest Couple, and for me, this one goes to Eliza and her monsters, the couple being Eliza and Wallace. I think they are just so cute and adorable. They are such a sweet, heartwarming couple, and I loved reading about their relationship in this book. This is about a young girl who writes an online comic series that is extremely popular and famous, and then one day at school she meets a boy named Wallace who is the biggest fan fiction writer for her comic. She knows who he is, but he does not know who she is. They become good friends, then kind of a bit more, and he still doesn't know who she is all along. She doesn't tell him, and that ends up being kind of a big problem in their relationship, as you might guess. But I absolutely loved them. I thought they were so sweet together, and it was just a innocent, adorable first love romance, and it was kind of what I needed at the time. I wanted an easy, sweet read that would make me happy, and these two definitely did that. The next book goes to The Class Clown, and for me that was Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. This book is it's hilarious. It is a funny story about Armageddon that follows an angel, a demon, the Antichrist, a witch hunter. It's just so entertaining and so funny. I was laughing throughout half of this book. I thought it was so well done, so witty. The way this was written was unique, and I just couldn't get enough of it. It was the best. I absolutely loved Crowley the demon. He was my favorite character, and I would read like 10 books about Crowley if Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman could still write together. The next award goes to the book that I feel is most likely to succeed, and by that I mean become super popular, become a fandom, become bestseller, which it already is, so that's really easy to predict. But I think Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This is about a young girl who got full ride scholarship to Yale because she can see ghosts. She is to join this ninth house at Yale, this ninth secret society that is there to regulate the other 8 magical secret societies at Yale. She comes upon a murder. She thinks it's associated with the houses. Kind of misfortune ensues for her, and danger comes along her way as this stuff is all going down, but she is determined to figure it out, and I loved it. I think this has the potential to become a serious fandom, this world of Alex Stern, because this is going to be a series. It's already super popular, and I just can't wait to see where it goes. So this is my prediction for a book that is going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Award number 4 is for Best Dressed, and this is the cover that I think is the most gorgeous of the books that I read this year. And for me, that is this special edition cover of Finale. This is the 3rd book in the Carval series by Stephanie Garber, and I love it. I think it is just absolutely stunning. It has these sprayed edges with the cards, and then underneath the dust jacket, it looks like this, and I think it is just absolutely gorgeous and stunning. This series is about a young girl who goes to this magical carnival competition where she is trying to win it to save her sister. I didn't really enjoy this series. Honestly, it was definitely a letdown for me this year because it was super hyped and so many people were loving it, enjoying it, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the way the plot was done. I thought the idea and the atmosphere were really good, but it just really was kind of a flop for me. But the cover is gorgeous. My next award is for Most Unique, and this one goes to Illuminae by Kristoff and Amie Kaufman. I read this on Audible, so I will put a picture up here for you to see the cover. And the story itself is not necessarily why I chose this one as Most Unique, because it's not necessarily that unique of a concept. It's a sci-fi where these people's planet was attacked and they are escaping on ships, running from the people who attacked them, who are trying to hunt them down and kill them. So it's not that unique of a concept in general, but the way it is written is in mixed media format. And so you have kind of transcripts of videos, people watching them and telling you what's happening, and you have IM messages, and you have different reports and things like that. You have diagrams and all those things thrown in to tell this story. And I think that that is such a unique and interesting way to read a book and for them to have written a book. So that is why this story got Most Unique from me. Next award is Most Unforgettable, and for that one I went with Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I thought that this was so intriguing. I loved this book. As I was reading it, I was kind of like, oh, this is obvious. Oh, I kind of guessed that. Oh, this isn't as twisty as I thought. And then the big twist hit that I personally did not see coming, and that was so much fun for me. And so this book has stuck with me so long, and I think about it sometimes and I just am like, yeah, that was a really cool, good book. This is about a man who is just living his life as a scientist. He is actually teaching physics, I believe, at a university. He's married and he has a son, and then one day he is kidnapped. And he wakes up in this place and he has no idea where he is, but everyone seems to know him and he has no idea what's going on. I'm not going to tell you more than that. I don't want to spoil anything because this is a psychological thriller, but it was fun. If I could just erase this book and go back and read it, I would, because I would love to read this book again for the first time. It was so amazing. My next 2019 award goes to The Best Friends, and for that, no surprise, I picked The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I love the characters in this book. This follows 4 boys who are going to a private school in West Virginia and one girl who lives in the town where this private school is located. And they are all just such unique characters. They are searching for this Welsh king who they believe is buried somewhere along the ley line that goes through this town, and it follows that journey, and it follows their character growth and like everything, them becoming closer, and Blue, the girl from the town, just becoming integrated into their friend group. And this is a group that I would love to be a part of. I love all of these characters. I really would absolutely love to join the Raven Boys group with Blue and go searching the ley line for Glendower. So this is why I decided to give this the Best Friend Award this year. The next award is for the Best Celebrity Lookalike, which is the Best Retelling. And that one I have given to A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and I just thoroughly enjoyed myself while I was reading this book. I didn't think it was anything necessarily super unique. I didn't think they did anything that was earth-shattering or anything like that, but I just loved reading it. I wanted to keep reading. I had so much fun throughout the story. I enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed the plot, I enjoyed the world, and just really thoroughly wanted to continue reading this book, which is fine because it is a series, so there are more to come. But this follows a girl from the human world who is taken into the fairy world because she kills a fairy, so for penance she has to go live in the fairy world for the rest of her life. And she's living at this estate that is owned by the man who came to take her from the mortal world into the fairy world. And, you know, as you might guess, kind of romantic feelings ensue and there becomes a romantic interest between them. But there's also a secret that is going on because somehow the fairy world's magic is failing, and it's going to be starting to affect the mortal world as well. And she is trying to figure out the mystery to that when no one will tell her anything. Yeah, I just liked it. I thought it was so much fun, and it was just a nice YA romance, fantasy, fairies. Yeah, very well done. And the last award for 2019 goes to Most Artistic, and for that I gave It to Angel's Game because Carlos Ruiz Zafon has such an amazing writing style. It is so beautiful and poetic, and it just makes you just live in this world, and I can't get enough of it. I think it is one of the most enjoyable things to read because it's just gorgeous. I am also very impressed by that because I know that this is a translation. He originally wrote it in Spanish, and so sometimes some of that beauty of the prose is lost in the translation, but I don't feel like it was. I mean, it totally might have been, but if it was, I cannot tell because it is amazing. This book is about a man who is hired by a kind of mysterious gentleman to write a book for him. And as he starts to write this book, mysterious and not so great things start happening around him, and he is thinking maybe it's related to this book. It might be related to the man. He is not sure. So also trying to finish and write this book while trying to figure out what is going on. It was gripping. It was thrilling. I wanted to know what was happening the entire time, and I absolutely love this book. So those are my 2019 Superlative Yearbook Awards. If you have read any of these books, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you have any of these awards that you have a book that you think fits perfectly, let me know down in the comments as well. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you'll be notified when I post new videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.